Hey, welcome guys. Today we're gonna do one of my favorite things. Well, not really, but we're gonna be changing out my son's toilet. It's broken, needs a new one. So I'm gonna give you a quick and dirty DIY lesson on how to change out a toilet, less than 5 minutes. If you like this video, help me out, subscribe, mash that like button. Let's get it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna secure our water valve right down in here. And we're gonna flush the toilet and drain the water out of the tank. And that water is gonna stay in there because of the P-trap. So we'll end up getting that water out later. And now, we need to get that water out of the tank. And I got a sponge to get that water out. Once we get that water out, you can come down underneath here. And hopefully you can see those, take out those two bolts or nuts on either side, and that will take out the tank. Once I have the tank out, I am going to put it into my Rubbermaid tote just so it doesn't leak that much water. All right, I'm going to take off our water hose. We'll probably get a little bit of water coming out of here, and that's okay. I'll get my cup ready, like so. Cool, now we're ready to disconnect the toilet from the bowl. See that nut? We're just spinning this nut off right there. Take them off on both sides. This center one right here, just a plastic little nut that goes on top. Now, should come right up. I showed you there's water inside. The reason there's water inside is because the P-trap's built into the toilet. If you can see right down here, here's the P-trap. So the water stuck in the bowl, there's the P-trap. If you don't have a P-trap, and the piping, this is what's going to keep the fumes, the sewage fumes from entering the house. So once we pull these off right here, we have water about to right here. So you got to be careful when you pick it up. I'm going to pick it up, move it over to the bathtub that we got right here, and dump it out. But before we take this off and throw it in the bathtub, I'm going to pull our seats off. It'll make it that much easier. I'm gonna take off the toilet, the lid, and then I'm gonna pick this up, hopefully not wear any water, set it in the bathtub and dump it off. So they're a little heavy, but I'll show you how it goes. Out. And as you can see, the wax ring came off with the toilet. This is what was getting loose, causing water to leak out of here. All right, I got this thing all cleaned up. Since I snapped off my T-bolts, I had to pull those out. I went down to the store and I got these. These are pretty awesome. There's no way these will bind up on you. So we're gonna put these in, set the toilet on, and then screw down those bolts and fasten the toilet down. Before we do that, we're gonna go get the wax ring and put the wax ring on the bottom of this, so when we set it into place, it will all line up. So my wax ring is on. We gotta keep it outside our holes that our T-bolts are gonna go through. We have our T-bolts installed right there and there. We're going to set the toilet on it, and then we're going to bolt down through the top of the toilet, and it should be nice and tight. And we're just got to center it up on the wall, on the tile. Let's get this lifted into place. I got to line up our holes. There we go. So this looks even. We're gonna give it a good press down, nice and solid. And then we're gonna come with, oh, shucks. our hardware. And it looks like we're missing a washer. So we're gonna fasten it down. I'm gonna have to go out in the shop and find a new washer, fasten it down, and we'll come back and put the tank on. All right, we'll come back and tighten that up and we'll get the other side. We're gonna leave it a little loose until we get our tank on there, in case we gotta do any fine adjustments to get it level against the wall. All right, since we got this out, we're gonna put our seal on here. Make sure that fits in there nice and tight. And our bolts, you're gonna slide your bolt right underneath here, and it's gonna be held into place. And the other one. And then this is our water that we'll be hooking up. That looks even, huh? All right, a little wobbly when you start, but as you crank these down, it will get a lot better. You gotta remember, you just gotta be careful when you're tightening stuff down. This porcelain will crack. So get it snug, but not too tight. All right, before we put the seat and all that on, I'm gonna turn on the water, fill this up. And then watch for leaks. So as it goes down through there, it's gonna fill up the bowl. All right, as you see the water coming up, this float's gonna rise up. And essentially that's gonna cut off the water once it gets up high enough. There we go. We might have to adjust our plunger, but we're gonna flush it and see what happens. Holy moly. There's no way my kids are gonna plug this toilet. And it didn't even use a whole lot of water. Now if you need to adjust the water level, you're gonna take your screw and you're gonna adjust this, and that will move the float up and down, which will adjust your water level. Whew, I like it. All right, we're gonna button everything up. We're gonna put the top on. We're gonna put these plastic caps on all of our screws that we did, and then put the toilet seat on, which is just a couple screws and a plastic nut. All right guys, we just wrapped up. We got the toilet installed. If you made it this far, hopefully you learned something. If you like this video, please subscribe and mash that like button. Help me out. Till next time, have a good day.